So I'm gonna break something down for you guys. Hopefully you understand it. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about language, why we have language, why they gave us language, and how to use our real language, because our English or any language is it's only a tool, but it's a tool to keep us working in like only on the physical level, right? So basically, see, the people who created language. Okay, so before language, there was there was a language, if you want to call it a language, and that was only intuition, a knowing, a feeling, and love, right? And just feeling. So you gotta understand that this language does not think. It does not make the mind think, because you're using feelings, emotions, and compassion and love and all these things. You're not using language, so you're not thinking about. For example, if you want to accomplish something in this realm, then yes, you need to think about it. You need to know the math. You need to learn about geometry and all these things. If you want to build a house, you gotta learn the angles, how many angles, the um, like how much materials you need, and all these things. So all of those things requires numbers and language and words and these sort of things. That is the language of math or math. That is the language of thought, which is the thinking mind. See, in order to accomplish things on this physical realm, you need language, because language makes you understand things, makes you able to comprehend things at a physical level. So it makes the mind be able to comprehend things and understand them. But see, they only teach you that. They don't teach you the true language of us, which is intuition, knowing, love, compassion. Right? See, they don't teach you that, because if they only teach you language, which makes the mind think, and then they also don't teach you that you are not the mind, you are not your thoughts. So every time you keep thinking about stuff, random stuff the whole time, because see, everybody has thousands and hundreds of thoughts every day, and the thing is, they're not in control of those thoughts. So every time they think they're hungry, they gotta do this. Every time they judge, because we've been trained to judge. So all these things, they think it's them. So whenever that thought comes up, oh, oh my God, I gotta go do this at work. I gotta, I gotta look this certain way to go meet my friends. I gotta eat this, because if I don't eat this, the books say if I don't eat my eggs, my meat, my dairy, my sugar, and all these things, then it's gonna nutritionally, it's gonna affect me and all this shit. Right? See, when you do that, then you're constantly being a slave to your own mind, because the moment a thought comes up, you act upon it. The moment the mind judges, you judge. And the way this comes out is that, for example, if you see somebody wearing something you don't like, that you've been programmed not to like, then your mind's gonna be like, oh my God, look at him, he looks weird. And then you're gonna tell somebody, oh my God, look at this kid, he looks weird. See, and you judge. The moment you judge, you become divided, right? But let's not go too deep in that. So yeah, language is only a tool. See, First of all, um, language is only supposed to be used when you want to accomplish something in this world, not when you want to live this life. All right, but most people don't know that. They've never experienced that. The moment they stop thinking is the moment they feel weird and all these things, because it's a state you've never been into. You've never tapped into that state of being thoughtless, and so at first it's kind of scary for people. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm not thinking. Like, what is this? But that's like that's the that's when you start tapping into these states of consciousness where you don't need to think. All right. So, but the thing is, they don't teach you these things. They only think, like, people think they need to think all the time, right? So this keeps them trapped in their own minds, in their own egos, and all this sort of stuff. So the true language of us is love, intuition, compassion, feelings, right? This is why when you want to attract something or manifest something, you have to feel it, because that is the true language of us. See, if you want to feel love and all these things, you cannot think about, oh, I want love. Like, I want somebody to be with me and love me and all these things. You're not gonna see, because you're thinking about the lack. Because when you're thinking about those things, you're feeling uh, uh, an emptiness inside. You're not actually feeling it. See, the moment you feel love, because you can do this at any time you want, but they don't teach you that. That's what I'm saying. If you want to feel abundance, love, and all these things, and compassion, you have to do that internally. See, and when you do that, then it allows you attract the same things. All right, this is like the law of attraction. This is what many people on YouTube say, but they don't actually understand it. See, in order to attract things, you gotta feel it already. So if you want to attract abundance, you have to feel abundance in you. If you want to attract love, you have to feel love in you. If you want to experience peacefulness, mindfulness, and all these things, compassion, you want to receive the same things, you gotta feel it. Because like everything's a reflection of you. It's like the moment you're angry, everything makes you angry. You see, it's that simple. When you're angry, you don't want to be around anybody because you think everybody's making you mad. But the thing is, you're just angry inside. And the moment you become happy again, you're not angry, then everything around you does not bother you anymore like it used to. Right? This happens to us all the time until you learn about these things and you hear yourself basically, and you become disciplined enough to accept that every time you become mad, and you're blaming it on other people or something else. Your mom keeps making you mad, and all that. No, you're making yourself mad because everything you see is a reflection of yourself. All right, so yeah, so the false language that they gave us is language. All right, that's the language is a tool, and it's used to build stuff in this world and create things and that sort of stuff. But the thing is, if you don't know the true language, which is love, intuition, feeling, and compassion, you will never ascend. What do I mean by ascending? Like, you will never ascend to your higher states of consciousness, because in the higher states of consciousness, you do not need to think. You don't need the monkey mind. You don't need the thoughts, because that is the true power of us. But they don't teach you that. You see, because they only want you to know what they want you to know. So they give us these books, these false universities, these fake things to keep you thinking and feeling like, and thinking that you think you know everything, thinking that like you're good at this, this and that, but all that shit is illusions. See? It's all fake, man. I'm just telling you, it's all fake. So if you want to go to universities, learn about whatever you want to learn, unless it's going to benefit you. But if you think you got to be a doctor and you can go study, like, I don't know, being a doctor, now, all that information they're going to give you is false, alright? They're only going to teach you how to cut, poison, remove, and treat diseases, not actually cure them, because it's all monopoly. See? It's all monopoly, and you can't see it's a monopoly until you start feeling inside that something is wrong, until you feel compassion, and you hear yourself basically through our true language. And if you don't have that true language, you won't be able to hear yourself. If you don't hear yourself, you won't be able to ascend. What do I mean by ascending? I'm talking about your chakras. See, we have 7 main chakras. We have a lot more of chakras, but the 7 main ones. So you have 7 chakras. They're all aligned across your body, from the base of your spine all the way to the top of your head. And each chakra, wherever you're at in those chakras, it determines how you will perceive this world. For example, if you're in anger or in fear, that is the root chakra problem. See, you need to work on that. And when this is like the same thing, when you're in fear or in anger, you automatically go all the way down to your root chakra. And this is when we experience anger and fear, love. Not love, and all these states of consciousness. But the moment you rise above that, that's the moment your energy goes above the root chakra and into the other chakras. See, and each chakra, it's connected to a gland, like a physical gland. So don't think this is some spiritual, flim flam like thing. Like this is not bullshit, right? Everything's connected. Like everything that you see physically is connected energetically, spiritually, and and so on. It's like different types, different formats of the same things. But see, they don't teach you the real formats. They only give you the physical things that's gonna keep you on the physical level, and it's basically never gonna let you ascend. For example, say when you say you love yourself, you can replace SELF with CELLF, which is cell, like um, like cells in the bodies, because in general we are just one big cell walking around, um, composed, like built by many other cells, until you reach, at energetic level, which you got your tissues, you got the bones, and you got the cells that make the bones, and then you got the cells that make those cells, and all the way down until you get until you reach at an energetic level, which that's after that, that's just energies, vibrations, and frequencies, right? But see, they don't teach you that. So where was I? I forgot. Let me think. I went too deep, man. I was down all the way down there in the cells and the energy levels, and oh my god, bro. Alright, so go back. Okay, so yeah, so each chakra determines how much you see in this world and perceive and understand. So the moment you hit the see, since you have 7 chakras, you go through your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, and if you have a problem in each of these chakras, then that's going to limit you into ascending into higher states of consciousness. But the moment you hit like the crown chakra and your third eye, which is like the third eye chakra, um, which deals with intuition and knowledge and like wisdom and intuition. I already said it, but like knowing things. All right, not actually. See, when you get to the third eye and the crown chakra, you don't need to think. This is why many people are disconnected from the third eye up, and this is why they keep feeding us. Basically they try to calcify our third eye. When you they calcify our third eye, it blocks our intuition, our knowing, our feelings, and all these things. And this does not let us ascend to our crown chakra. But another thing is, if you're able to tap into your third eye and your crown chakra, you still need to deprogram yourself. What I mean with this is just you need to stop thinking about stuff, basically, and you need to learn how to use the true language of the soul, because that's why they call the third eye the seat of the soul. But imagine you're in the seat of the soul and you're using the language of the body and thinking and all these things, which is dualistic. It automatically divides you. It splits you. That's the Adam and Eve. See, the moment you start to think, to analyze something as a tool, it's the moment you split. So you split yourself and you can understand things, blah blah blah. But the moment you start using the language of the soul, that's the moment you become complete. That's when you come together. See, this is again like Adam and Eve, and there's other many names for this along different religious texts and blah blah blah. But this is all symbolic to this. The moment you stop thinking, it's the moment you become whole, balance, and all these things. And this lets you see more, like literally you see more. You see why the world is like this and all these things. But this is why they keep attacking us through the third eye by putting fluoride in our water and all these things, because if your if your gland is calcified, then that's on a physical level, it's calcified. On an energetic level, it's basically not spinning. Like that chakra is not spinning, it's stopped. So you need to spin that chakra, and then on a physical level, that basically means you need to decalcify your pineal gland and all these things. All right, pretty sure you heard about all those things on YouTube and that sort of stuff. But yeah, once you're on the third eye, you don't need to think. Use compassion, feeling, love, and intuition. But see, you gotta learn how to do that. You gotta learn how to do that. Yeah, I was saying that, um, like when you say I love myself, you're saying you love yourself. See, but yourself, you like subconsciously, like the real meaning is you're just saying you love your body. And see, and if you become attached to the body, then like you're gonna stay stuck. You know, you're gonna stay stuck in duality. You're gonna be divided. You're gonna be splitted. But see, this is why they replace cell with self. Like they replace CELLF, or just CELL, cell, with self, because when you read self, you think it's you. But imagine if they never did that and they just left it as I love myself, then it'll be, oh, I love myself, like this big cell, this big body. See, it wouldn't connect you with it. See, this is like what you're trying to do. Like every word has a true meaning to it, and if you know how to, if you know the true meaning, then you can disconnect yourself from the body. Because if you keep using the language that, you know, it's like, again, if you keep using these terms and all these things, it's like when they say, um, like go to sleep. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. When you say sleep, you don't go to sleep. The body does. But you think, since you've been programmed to think it's us by the words, then we on a soul level we become asleep as well. You see, this is why you say, rest well, because the body's going to rest. So the next day you could come back and use it, but you don't go to sleep. The body does, but they don't teach you that. Like you can almost do, you can use a lot of words, and you can crack them on your own self. You know, this is why sevan. I don't know if you guys know about Sevan Bomar, but if you don't know who he is, he's a great teacher. He speaks the truth, and if you guys like, you guys should like search him on YouTube. His YouTube channel is called Innerstanding, not Understanding. It's called Innerstanding, and his name is Sevan Bomar, and he has a book called The Code to the Matrix. So it's basically explaining the same things I'm explaining to you, how language is used against us, because we don't use it. We don't know it's a tool, and it's not actually us. All right. So yeah, I think it's been a while. Let me check how much I've been recording. 18 minutes. So yeah. So yeah, man. Like learn how to. You gotta, man. It's like. So yeah, just learn about. You gotta practice knowing stuff, intuition, compassion, and love, and feeling things instead of thinking about them. See, 'cause the moment you think is the moment you accept that you lack it. And even like another way is that when you're saying, oh, I want this, I want that, you're the feel like the feeling you're feeling is a feeling of lack, of emptiness, because you don't have that. Like you're always gonna keep manifesting those same experiences. What does this mean? Is that you're gonna keep more experiences of you saying, I want this, I want that, instead of having it. See, the moment you say, okay, I have this, I have that, I am blessed, I am abundant, that's the moment you manifest abundance. But see, since you have thousands of thoughts every day, most people do, without controlling them. If you say I'm abundant, but you mix that thought with thousands of other thoughts, do you really think it's gonna manifest? Imagine if you say I'm abundant every single day. Imagine if you say I'm abundant throughout the whole day, and that's the only thought you have. I'll guarantee you're gonna start manifesting things, and when you see it in front of your face, you know what's up. All right, and when you know what's up, once you get a taste of the spiritual, of your true power, then that's gonna serve as fuel for motivation and inspiration for you. All you need is one taste. All right, once you manifest something, once you see your power, it's only up to you to construct discipline and responsibility and cleanse the body in order to make it more efficient to the point where you already know everything. You just gotta know how to connect it, you know? But yeah, that's it, guys. And yeah, wholeness.